Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jerry Sansing with another edition of What's Going On in Corpus Christi. We've got the times that we have the show airs on Channel 10 on either Grande or Time Warner, and I understand 99 on AT&T. I haven't confirmed that. Anyway, I will be right back with a little bit of interesting news for you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here is that cartoon out of the September 16th, 1945 Caller Times with the returning vet. And it said the streets of Manila were never like this, meaning the Philippines during the Second World War. And it says, oh gosh, nobody's told me, okay, that Corpus Christi had been bombed. So anyway, you get the gist. I'm going to go on a road trip and go see what we can do and show you some of the fine streets around here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out on Rodfield Road, headed for the new Del Mar College campus. You can see how beautiful this particular boulevard is. And, see the patches, and pounding your car up and down, and all the rest of this stuff. Okay. It's incredible. This is your tax money at work. And this is where we're going to have a campus out here at Del Mar College. Good luck. And then we've got the traffic out here. I'll just slow down a little bit. Be a good defensive driver. We've got all this stuff that's around. And we'll get going here again in a second. It's rough as a cob out here. Okay, we're rolling again and recording. It gets better. I want to show you that hairpin turn down here is what I really want to show you. You can see how narrow this is, and it's bumpy as all get out. I'm not jiggling this camera. I've got this trying to hold it steady on the steering wheel drive. I know I'd probably get picked up for this, but you need to see what's going on if you don't live in this part of town. Here we go. This is the fun part. So you got this hairpin turn here. You get about right here. It's this bump from hell. There you go. Isn't that great? Huh? And we're right at the corner of 96 acres of land here that Del Mar College bought. That's right over here. It's out in the middle of essentially nowhere. Anyway, I'm on Yorktown now, so I'll just turn the camera off. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I don't know if you can hear me or not over the traffic noise and the wind today, but I'm in front of the Gulfway Shopping Center on Airline between McCardle and SPID. And here's the sidewalk, folks. You can see cars. Look at here. See, I mean, look at this. Can you imagine anybody in their right mind trying to get past this palm tree and that fire hydrant there and telephone pole here if they're at all impaired, okay, if they're disabled or whatever. And then let me show you something else with this palm tree. I'm just going to go straight up the pole and show you that there are a bunch of wires and stuff that are stuck in the middle of that palm tree as it grows up. And this is acceptable to the city of Corpus Christi and to the Department of Justice, if you can believe this. Now, I really can't. And then you can see how busy this parking lot is down here with people coming in and out. And Mr. Risley, whatever his name is, our esteemed city attorney, the lead dog down there, said it's no problem. They can come up here in this busy parking lot and wheel it down. Now, if you look at the base down here, can you see that how far you have to come up off the sidewalk into the parking lot? Now, how in the hell are you going to do that on crutches or anything else? And you can see the vast amount of traffic coming through here, folks. That is dangerous as all hell. If you have to stand out into that street and get around the palm trees, or if you look back at the base of the palm tree on the left, if you could try to go around to the right of it and stay on the sidewalk, there's a big hole in the ground. And this is despicable, this is unacceptable, and so forth and so on. So I'm going to take it upon myself and the Taxpayers Association, particularly Mr. Gordy, and we're going to go after this crap down here in Corpus Christi, Texas. This shows that the citizens backing the city council and the local governments here don't give a damn about the disabled. That's my assumption of this as a PhD scientist. Okay, that's my deduction, folks, based on the experience I've had in the research business and making opinions. Now, if you look down there, you can see SPID. On the other side of the street, you've got the mall. Okay, I'll come around, and then there's a bus stop right across the street here. So what the city proposes and says that you can do is you can hobble yourself down this parking lot. You can go around all this crap that the city's got here in the middle. I'll show you this. This is right in the middle of the sidewalk, okay? And the end of the work zone. Now they could have put this damn thing somewhere else, but look down there, there's another fire hydrant, and you have to go uphill into a parking lot and then down to McArdle and buck that traffic, all those people running that street light down there all the time, and then come all the way back down the parking lot and sidewalk over there to get to a bus stop right there. Okay, now there is a bus bench on this side, but I don't know how in the hell anybody's going to get to it. Okay, so you can see the seat there just past this work zone, and you can see the heavy traffic out here, folks. And to me, this is a travesty for citizens, particularly all of our fine disabled ones. So I'm going to go to every disabled organization I can do, including the veterans groups and so forth around here. This is absolute total insanity to have this happen between SPID and McArdle. Anyway, I'll let you know where I am and what we've got going. Anyway, thank you for watching. There you go, folks. How are you supposed to buck that? See the traffic down through here? It's absolutely, totally miserable. And to have somebody on crutches or in a wheelchair trying to fight this as people are coming and going is total friggin' insanity. So thank you, Mayor, and the City Council members and the City Attorney's section for all this mess. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm at the corner of Staples and Doddridge. I'm turning on to Staples now. You can see where this is nice concrete here. It's just been redone, but I'm going to show you what happens up Staples towards Del Mar College. So I'm going to try to hold this as steady as I can, and all the movement in this is going to be from the shaking of the car on these wonderful roads. So I'm headed up to towards Ayers Street. Here we go. There's a nice bump for you. Now, you see the condition of this street. You can see on both sides I can barely hold this thing steady. Okay, and this is Corpus Christi, Texas, and this is what we never want to fix. Okay, because we can't make up our minds what the hell we're going to do and how we're going to do it. So we got a bunch of damn politicians, and I hope that the City Council is totally voted out this go around and put some people in down there that have a little bit more compassion and have some interest in the local residents and citizens of Corpus Christi, Texas. This is crazy, folks. This is total insanity. Now, Elie Wiesel said just before he died he was a Jew, okay? He was in concentration camps. He was a very wise man, and he said, you know, the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. And that's what I see in Corpus Christi, Texas, with the citizens around here. They're totally and completely indifferent as to what's going on. And then you vote in these knuckleheads down there, these absolute imbeciles that are after all your money and so forth. I'm at Texan Trail right now, by the way, at a stoplight. But it's incredible to me that you people won't get your butts out there and vote. Now, I'm going to go back to the studio and continue on. This doesn't get a whole lot better until I get up to Baldwin Avenue, okay? So this is the condition of your streets. You can cure it. Go vote the bums out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm at the corner of Louisiana and Swantner, and our fearless code enforcement, I believe that's city ground over here. If you can see that bush way out over the sidewalk there. I don't know why in the world they'd have that barrel sitting there too, unless there's a boogeyman or something in that bush that's going to jump out and get someone. But this is impediment, folks. And they, I mean, they're going around nailing little old ladies and little old men that can't afford to have their yards done every week, and nailing them for $2,500, $5,000 fines, and then the city, violates itself doing this. I mean, I do not understand, folks. I guess I do understand. That may be the crime in it. And then across the street, there's what's appeared to be an old building that had some kind of a bay in it. The bushes over there don't look real good. It's not that bad. But I am going to swing around to this fourplex over here. It's on the corner, and I'll zero in on that a little bit for you. Okay, that thing's been an eyesore like that since I have been here in Corpus Christi, Texas. I have to go home right by these. There's a pair of them over here on the corner. I don't know who owns these, but it's despicable. I would think that the code enforcement would be all over those, especially the building codes, because that can't be a safe building to be in. But I think it's a rental property, and like I say, this is the corner of Louisiana and Swantner. And then I know some people who've had code enforcement go hassle them about trucks, and I'd like to know if that pickup truck over here is functional or not. Okay, doesn't look like it to me, but then again, I could be wrong. But look at the tall grass and crap around that, and I haven't seen a citation put up on this one at all. So what's going on, folks? I mean, how can we have this a dual system here where you go out and pick on certain people and you won't take care of yourself? And then I'm going to show you some other violations that code enforcement probably is going to totally ignore. Those people don't give a damn about anything except picking on people that can't afford an attorney to go after them. Okay? All right. And I remember when I put the first No Chris Adler sign up for mayor when she was on the city council. That day I was cited by code enforcement. They went into my side yard, and which was private property, and they say they have a right to invade any property in town. I'd like to see that in writing. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. But this just really perturbs me deeply, folks. So I'm on a roll. I'm just going to go ahead and take you fine folks and ask you to go and vote. And if you see anybody that's in an incumbent, vote them out. That's city, county, Delmark, and everything else around here, school board. Okay, be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a little jaunt down Santa Fe here. I travel this frequently. This one has just been redone with the last couple of years, and you can see how smooth this is and what a wonderful job. And if you think that the city contracts all these people making money, I'm sure some of the council members, I can't prove that, that's my speculation, I'm surmising that, then they're not going to go back at these contractors and say, hey, come and fix these damn streets up. You did such a poor job of it, and now you want me to pay for it, and you want me to accept this. Well, this is another fine example of the city of Corpus Christi, and these lousy, stinking streets we've got around here, and everybody's still sitting down there at city council on their butts trying to figure out how they're going to wrangle enough money to fix up all this deferred maintenance that's been going on for years and years. I mean, this truly is despicable, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to continue tolerating this, and you vote the same bums in on city council, I would go for a totally clean sweep and give somebody else a chance to take care of business. Okay, because our current council obviously can't handle it. And then they've got people like that Mr. Risley for city attorney down there, and he'll do everything he can to lie about things to protect the city from any of the potential lawsuits and stuff they're about. And then he and Carlos Valdez said, well, we're just going to sue the Friends of the Coliseum just to show the citizens it's best not to sue us or question anything we do. They pay the taxes, we reap the benefits, they elect us, and we've got them duped. I guess it's fun to go watch the mayor ribbon cut something here, or jump in the bay, or go, clown around and do something around town while she's sitting on her butt doing nothing for the taxpayers. So when I get the No Martinez signs out like I did Chris Adler, then we'll see what happens. But I've about had it, folks. I've had more than enough. So I'm going to go down here. I'm at Doddridge right now. I'm going to go on over to Robert and Ocean and show you how judges running for judgeships can block up the view. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm at the corner of Robert and Ocean Drive. I'm almost out into the street. You can see over here that there's a big impediment with that political sign and all those bushes and stuff, and people are expected to stop behind this light. So if you do take off and somebody's running that light, there's no way in the world you're going to be able to see it. And if you do want to get out into this traffic, okay, and take a legal right on a red onto Ocean Drive, you've got to pull all the way out into the street, into Ocean, in order to do it. You see what I mean right here? Okay. If there was somebody coming down there, there's no way on God's green earth that those people can look left and clear traffic. So I wish that the homeowner over here at this house, okay, and the code enforcement, which is totally worthless in this town, all they're after is a buck, and you know, at the expense of somebody that can't fight back or won't fight back. Anyway, I've fought them before, and I'm going to continue. I'm on a tear today. I woke up this morning in a cranky mood, I guess, and said, you know, I've had enough of this local politicians and this local government around here that doesn't give a tinker's damn about the citizens that pay their salaries. Anyway, I'll be right back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I finally made it home. This is what I have to avoid backing up on every morning and every evening anytime I leave my driveway. This is in the alleyway between my house on Chevy Chase and Ocean Drive, just off of Ponish. If you want to come by and see this, I've asked them to fix that for years, but ain't that wonderful? I mean, this is Corpus Christi, Texas, folks. The land of the brain dead, I think. Anyway, or the land of the people that are indifferent. Anyway, so I'll be right back with you. I'm going to go in and finish the show up. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Lights are on, camera's rolling. I'm going to go take my seat. I've got less than 12 minutes left to make a few statements about my ride today. This is a continuation on the 14th of the one I started yesterday, but I would like to indicate a couple of things. As the president of the Corpus Christi Taxpayers Association and as a citizen of this community, I am appalled at the actions of the Corpus Christi board, the city council, okay, in their total and lack of disregard for taxpayers, number one, for veterans, number two. And it galls me this morning to read in the paper where everybody is going to improve the bayfront down there, okay? Now, we went through all that garbage before. I was sued, along with 4 other people, for $65,000 by the city of Corpus Christi, Texas, because I had the unmitigated gall with the other 4 to go down and have a court order to halt the demolition of the Memorial Coliseum. Now, if that didn't work, so in their infinite wisdom, Mr. Carlos Valdez, then city attorney, decided to sue citizens, and he said in court, I've got the transcript, folks, that us taxpayers should never have the unmitigated gall to question anything that the city does. Now, I don't know who the hell the city is. I think it's me and the citizens around here that vote people in, and we try to trust them to do the best thing for the citizens of this city. But it's not, folks. They're down there for their own greedy purposes, and I hope that you will go to the polls this year and vote them out and insist that we clean out that trash heap down there, which is the city attorney's office, okay? I mean, this new guy, Risley, whatever his name is, said it before he was going to continue on with suing the Friends of the Coliseum. Now, they're in the paper today, and what they're doing is saying they're going to go down there and improve Sherrill Park. They've made an absolute abortion out of the bayfront, ladies and gentlemen. Go down there and drive that. It's not anywhere near what it used to be. And it looks just like a third world country downtown, okay? And people have called me, said, hey, we're not going to vacation down there in Corpus anymore. They've torn up the bayfront. You can't get down there. they had the unmitigated gall to tear down a memorial to just under 400 World War II veterans that died during World War II, and they were all residents of Nueces County, Texas. Now what the hell is that all about? And then saying, well, we're going to do this and that for the veterans. Veterans out there, you're being suckered, okay? You're really being suckered by the city fathers of Corpus Christi, Texas. They don't give a tinker's damn about you. And to further exasperate that, you know what I'm talking about. I'm getting probably not mad, but I'm real concerned. Okay, then I go over there to Breezeway or Gulfway Shopping Center today, and I look at that abomination, and then we have Risley or Risley saying, and as you know, backed up by the Department of Justice, those black-hearted people over there. I mean, they don't have any respect for ADA laws, the American with Disabilities Act. Okay, they sided with Corpus Christi, Texas. They're afraid to take on a municipality. Okay, so we've got a bunch of cowards at the Department of Justice, as far as I'm concerned, and particularly that ADA section. And now, go down there. What's going to happen when one of those palm trees ruptures one of those power lines over there? Somebody gets electrocuted. Okay, I'm going to be the first one with one of these injury attorneys around here and go for $1 million, multi-million-dollar suit against anyone that's injured along that sidewalk that nobody can get past. Okay, I'm going to do that personally. I will write a check for the initial lawsuit for anyone that's injured over there. And that is how despicable I believe that the city council and the city workers are, particularly Mr. Risley or Risley, whatever his black-hearted name is. Okay? I mean, they're despicable people, and you vote these people in, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe that you can't bring yourselves around to saying, hey, you know, just because Nelda Martinez smiles at me, then you think she's some deity? She's not. She's real estate, folks. She's in it for her own purposes. She doesn't give a damn about the citizens of Corpus Christi, Texas. Not one tinker's damn. And then she'll go down there with those veterans at the last board or council meeting, city council meeting, and suck up to them. I mean, she and her city council people have screwed the veterans around here. Okay? And now what they're doing is they're going to spend that bond money that you did not elect to do for Destination Bayfront or the Bayfront Park, whatever they call it now. And they're going to spend $5 million to erect shade and bathroom facilities in that disaster that they've created down there by moving shoreline. I mean, it's incredible. Now I'm telling you this, city council members and Del Mar College and the county commissioners and CCISD and all the rest of you elected yahoos out there, that these shows do go on YouTube, and I get a lot of feedback from out of town, like saying, hey, you know, Corpus Christi is reported to be a good tourist destination, but it stinks. Now, years ago, I used to fly in from San Marcos with my bride. I had a little car, an old beat-up car at Rockport Airport. Whatever airplane was available for me to use that weekend, a lot of people said, hey, I need some time on mine. It's sitting there too long. Would you and Lynn take that airplane when you go down this weekend to Rockport? So I flew it down here. Yes, I've been a private pilot for years. Okay? But this was back in the 70s, folks, and 80s. And I'd go to Rockport, we'd jump in the car and come eat in Corpus and look around and enjoy that city at that time. It wasn't the trash heap that it is today. So we've got bad streets, we've got bad infrastructure, we've got the EPA on our butts about the water and wastewater. Everybody wants to up everything and screw the taxpayers some more so they can waste money on something else. But $5 million to go down there and put shade after they spent all that money to tear down that Coliseum, which was an acre of shade roughly. It had bathroom facilities associated with it. And why you couldn't leave that alone. But that's poking every veteran in the world since my ancestors started shooting redcoats back in the 1700s until today. You people disrespect veterans. You disrespect the disabled. You disrespect citizens in general. So this is the most despicable group of people I've ever known, and why citizens out there that are listening to this, you'll go back and vote for some of those clowns and clownettes, I do not know. So please change your ways and get it done. Okay? Now, then we've got Del Mar College going for a bond. I'm going to talk some more about that. Another issue with Taxpayers Association are Mr. Jack Gordy, my vice president. He was former president and so forth of the Taxpayers Association, and he's red hot mad that code enforcement will not enforce any codes around here, particularly having the house numbers to identify the houses. Now, the first one that's going to squawk is if EMS or the police or somebody, sheriff's department, can't find a residence or a business around here to take care of things when they're called and they've got an emergency situation, EMS for instance, okay? Then, you know, they're going to try to sue the city those entities for screwing up. Well, if they can't find you, ladies and gentlemen, then what's going on? Now, there is a fine associated with not having your property labeled properly with the street address, okay? And Mr. Gordy has sent out many, many letters stating to people, hey, you're a non-conformist, and code enforcement can fine you. But code enforcement's too busy down there kissing the rumps of all those city council members and anybody else, any of these big businessmen around here and so forth. They're doing their bidding, just like the council does, and they don't give a rip about you. They'll pick the weakest of the weak. Now, I showed you some impediments around here. Signs sitting out there right almost in the middle of Ocean Drive so people can't go off of Robert and with any safety at all. You think they're going to do anything about that? No, they won't. They'll come over here and investigate my yard again. As I said, Chris Adler, when the first No Chris Adler for Mayor sign went up that I had my name on in my front yard, it was that same afternoon code enforcement was over here jumping down my throat. Is that what you want? A bunch of deities around here for your council members? Your local judges and stuff? Folks, you need to get your butts off that chair out there and quit watching shows, except this one, okay? And go out and vote. November 8th's coming by real fast. And if you've got any comments, you want my personal opinion on who to vote for, I can't do that on the air. I can't support any candidate on the Taxpayers Association end of it. We're nonprofit. But I can certainly, as an individual, if you want to email me at my personal email address, which is on the banner, that I'm going to put back up here in just a second. It is gsansing@gmail.com. Email me. If you want to come on this show and voice your opinion, email me. If you want to come over on this show and call me a liar, cheat, and a thief, and an idiot, then come on over here. I'd be glad to debate you. You know, but for you people to sit there on your rumps, and as Weissman said, okay, you know, the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. And this has turned into be a real disappointment for me out there, you citizens. You are indifferent. You don't care. You know, well, what can I do? Well, look what I do in the course of the day. All right, I'm going to go turn the camera off, put the banner back up right quick, and I'll be back with you next week. If you've got any questions, please email me, and I'll be glad to get back with you. Okay, by the way, those beautiful pink flowers were there to dedicate this show to my good friend April 23. Anyway, I've got maybe 16 seconds left. There's the email. Call me, email me, telegraph me, whatever you need to do. I'm going to let the banner run out. Thank you for watching.